Hey guys, I have finally finished this maternity guide, and I want to thank you so much for being patient while I work to get it out to you. This video is just going to go over how I've organized the pages so you know where to find everything. My OCD has it all nice and clean, and it might be a little confusing. So I'm not going to go over pages 2, 5, 6, 9, and 10. Because all of those are just individual images, and you just have to know how to do a layer mask to get the photo on there. But the other pages I am going to go over. This is the cover. You are more than welcome, obviously, to change what you call your guide. I call mine the maternity experience. And over here you can see that each word, the maternity experience, also has a drop shadow effect. And if you don't like that, you just turn it off and it will go away for you. As you can see, it did on experience. Okay, and then you can bring it back and it comes back. The gray box is also the image mask. You just place your image on there, and once it's on there, you right click and say create clipping mask, and that'll make the photo fit onto that box. So the cover page is really simple. I think the most confusing thing would be the drop shadow if you don't like it, but it's really easy to turn off and get rid of. So moving on to page 3, because page 2 is just an image. This is your behind the lens. This is your where you talk about you. And this one's not quite as organized, but you're going to start with the headshot image here, and that's where you put your photo. And then you have this rectangle. If you don't like it, you just can turn it off, but that's what this rectangle is. I was actually sitting here going, why is there a random rectangle? And then that's what it is. Although I'm pretty sure this layer is nothing, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. There we go. Okay, so what we've done is here, I've put thank you so much for choosing your studio photography, just to kind of warm them up to maternity photos. And then you want to, because obviously this page is about you, you also want to put a little blurb about yourself, but I don't like to do that first. So that comes second, and then obviously this is such a special time in somebody's life, and they have chosen you to take their photos. And if they're anything like me, it's their only pregnancy ever, and so they really want to cherish these. Or it could be their 5th, you know, you never know. But regardless of how many times they've been pregnant, it is truly an honor to be selected as a maternity photographer. And then over here, I have website, and you put your website here, Facebook here, Instagram, email. Those can be changed if you don't use Instagram. You can take it off. You just hide the layer or delete it, whatever you want to do, and move things around. So then page 4 is a timeline that I created. This just kind of throws in there to get them excited not only about their session, but baby coming. But in it tells them when it's about time to start scheduling the different sessions that they have planned for you. If they just have maternity, that's cool. If they're doing maternity and gender reveal and pregnancy announcement and birth and newborn, then this will really help, because obviously the first thing they're going to do is take a pregnancy test. And this is just a really fun. You can go and put a big old great big check mark on this one. Done. So then here, obviously if they're going to do a pregnancy announcement, they need to go ahead and get that scheduled, because they're going to start showing. They're going to want to start saying, hey, I'm pregnant. So within the first month, they probably should start getting that scheduled, but in the first 3 months. And then also obviously have your pregnancy announcement session. In 3 to 6 months, it's about time to have the gender reveal and start scheduling your maternity session, because those you like to do 32 to 36 weeks. And also, because the newborn session is such a big deal, if they are doing a newborn session, it's about time to start planning for it. 6 to 9 months, they're in the home stretch. It's awesome. They're going to have their maternity session. They need to make sure they're packing that hospital bag. make sure that all invoices are paid and contracts are signed, because once they have that baby, that's not what's going to be on their mind. So that one's also there for you, but they need to make sure that all invoices are paid and contracts are signed, because all they're going to want to do is snuggle that baby once it comes. So that's why I added that one. And then we're at Hello Baby. The first 2 days after birth, I really like for them to reach out to me, because you really want to schedule newborn sessions, obviously, within the first 2 weeks. But also, if they're doing a fresh 48, they need to get a hold of me as soon as possible. So, if you don't do these kind of sessions, just take them off. No big deal. And then 1 to 2 weeks after birth, you're going to have your newborn session. And then, obviously, take a look at all of your new fabulous photos. Now, to show you how this page works, if you go over here, I have all of these groups. Quit scrolling. Why are you still scrolling? Stop scrolling. Where are you going? Okay. So, like, the 1 to 3 months, if I turn off that group, it all goes away, minus the circles, because they have their own little one. But that way you can go in here and you know that each of these lines is under 1 to 3 months. Same with 3 to 6 months. Same with 6 to 9 months. Okay, so they're all grouped together. So you don't have to scroll through a whole line of stuff to figure out where in the world that layer is. If it's under 3 to 6 months, it's going to be in the 3 to 6 months group folder. If it's in 1 to 2 days after birth, it's going to be in the 1 to 2 days after birth folder. So that's pregnancy timeline. And then 5 and 6 are photos, so we're going to go to preparing for session. Let me turn my guides off. Oh, my grid, sorry. Okay. Same with this one. Everything is, but in this one, even the circles are grouped in the layer. So if you open it up, Prepare Your Family is going to have the Prepare Your Family headline, the shape, and then the text underneath. So if I turn off that whole group, it goes away. That way you know exactly where it is when you're ready to go in and edit your own text. You can use this text, but I mean, it's really up to you. You can change it, whatever you need to do. Then, under what to expect. Turn these off again. Okay, same thing here. Under the session, you have the session, the blurb under the session, and the shape. So if you turn that off, it's all gone. I know exactly where it's going to be. So that way, when you look at this screen, there's not a million different layers. They're all organized where they need to go. Checklist. We're going to get this. We're going to get this. Alright, so on this one, I don't have anything organized. They're all different lines. You'll just go over here, find the layer, except the shapes. Those are all grouped together. And you can just open it if you need to get rid of a shape or add a shape. They're all right there. And then your back cover. This gray box is your image mask. Just put a horizontal image and mask it. Here you're going to place your logo right here, and that'll create a whole new logo. And then you just turn that off, and your logo will be there. It's this one. And that'll make it disappear. And then obviously you have your website, email, Facebook, and any other social media links. Whatever you put on the back cover of your magazine will go right here. If you add your phone number, whatever it is, it's going to go in that space right there. So if you have any questions, just put them in the comments, send me a message, and let me know. And I will be more than happy to answer them. I hope that you guys enjoyed this guide.